Also, there's a little poem that comes to mind. That spring is sprung, the grass is riz. I wonder where the birdies is. And we're going to talk. About that dancing, but first we're going to talk about inpatient rehab with Nelle. Nelle, welcome to Village in Motion.
Thank you. Good morning.
It's good to have you on the show.
My pleasure.
And you were stationed over at Garden Ridge, but you
Yes.
actually worked both with the inpatient and outpatient rehab. Is that true?
Yes.
Oh, okay. What's the message this morning?
Well, I thought today would be a prime time since spring is coming to talk about falls and prevention of falls.
Okay.
The statistics shows that there's more falls happening inside our home or the elderly's home versus outside. And back in 2002, statistics that's put out by CDC saying that there's like about 168,000 falls that can, in the elderly age 65 and above, that can be preventable. And so those are the things that I want to talk about today, how we can help the community prevent falls and injury.
I suppose that we probably have more falls in our apartments around here than we do outside the apartment too, no?
Yes, I think Green Springs sends out some statistics every month to do that, and about 4 to 1.
Something like
that.
Well, if we have more falls in our apartments, how can we prevent them? I mean, what's causing all of these falls in the apartment?
Right, so I have a slide here that we can talk about, and I just kind of want to put it up there so that we can go through it, and we may not be able to get through the whole list, but some samples or examples that we can do. And of course, there's always rehab to come and visit.
Once you've fallen and broken something, you take
well,
care
even
of
before that, we do home assessment.
Oh, okay.
Which is a very good, I think that for Green Spring to take advantage, the residents to take advantage, because we can come in the home and evaluate safety at home, safety on assistive device, and just really recommendations on what to do while they're at home.
I assume you look for the clutter and you look for wires and you look for lights. And
so I have here down on the floors, I don't know if we can put it out on the screen.
Slide.
Yeah.
Good.
So it says here, floor, look at the floor in each room. When you walk through a room, do you have to walk around the furniture? And if you see a lot of furniture in the room, it's really hard to move in, especially if you have a walker or something that's impeding you to walk around. So maybe you can ask someone to move the furniture and clear your pathway. Okay. Throw rugs. Throw rugs are very common. They're nice. They're decorative to our home, but we need to make sure that they're secure. Or take them out if they're cause for us to trip, like walking with your walker. Take them out or do a double-sided tape to secure the rugs on the floor.
Yeah, frequently the throw rugs curl up on the.
Absolutely, and we've had a couple.
A tripping hazard.
Yeah, we've had a couple of residents that have done that because they, first of all, as well, the vision is not clear, so they just run through and then lip, and that's the cause of fall. The other question here is, do you have to walk over around wires or cords like lamps, telephones, or extension cords? These are hazards. We want to make sure that we really either tape them down or curl them and put them on the side, away from where the walkway is.
Yeah, I would think any cords, if you can run them along the side of the wall.
Absolutely.
Never across the walking area. Huh?
Absolutely, yeah. Those are trigger safety hazard, big safety hazards.
And it doesn't take much of an obstacle to trip us, because the balance is not as good, and all you have to do is just a little thing to trip your foot over. Even sometimes the floor jumps up and trips
and
you.
we really don't want to wait until something happens.
Yeah,
we really need to look to, like right after this, look into your home and see, what can be a potential hazard for me that I might fall.
And I think especially at night, perhaps getting up and your path to the bathroom, for example.
Absolutely, and that's one of the things actually that is covered here is installing some bedroom lights or walk lights, keep them lit up at night, and you don't want to really be walking at night with the lights off.
Yeah.
So leave a light on for you, that when you have to go to the bathroom, the walker is like close to you, or any assistive device that you use. Get yourself situated before attempting to stand. Again, you can get dizzy with change in position. So from lying down to sitting, you may want to sit up for a while, and then get yourself situated, and then stand up for a while before proceeding. I know it all takes time, but really those few seconds or minutes might help prevent falls from happening, because you can get dizzy, lightheaded, or not really sure what's going on when you just wake up and wake up at the middle.
When you first wake up, it's just a little difficult to really be alert. Huh?
Right,
Yeah.
right. Let's see. Stairs. Well, in Greenswing we don't have stairs, so we'll skip that one. Kitchen. Look at your kitchen and eating area. Are things you use often are on high shelves? Move items that are commonly used within your reach. Try not to use step stools, because that, again, can throw off your balance and fall. So commonly used items, both in the kitchen and in your bedroom, put them where it's within your waist level, so that you can reach and grab them. Plates, cups, put them within reach that you can just
Do you
access
recommend
them.
people having a grab it so that they can reach the things?
Absolutely. Either down on the floor or up. If they can reach it with a grabber, it's better than stepping up on a stool, especially those multi-level stools. Avoid that. And also secure yourself in the counter when you're reaching up higher than what you can reach for.
Yeah, the stools especially. I mean, if your balance is not so good anyway, and when you step up on the stool, you're even more insecure.
Right. So these are the things that you can ask your family to just kind of rearrange things for you, if just to look into maybe setting a couple of plates and cups, placing items within your reach, the clothing for now, especially now with the change of season coming up, or today that's warm, put a couple of spring clothes within your reach, hide some of the sweaters so that you're not reaching down or up all the time.
Yeah, reaching down is almost as bad as reaching up.
Right. And also a common thing to get dizzy when you bend down.
Yeah.
So
you need to
be
hold
aware
on to
of that.
something when you do that.
Yeah, we have to be aware of that as well. Yes, absolutely. And if you have a rollator, making sure that you lock it before you start reaching.
Holding on to that, trying to reach.
Right,
Okay.
right. I don't know if we have time, but one more thing in the bathroom is look at all of your bathrooms. Is the tub or shower slippery? Put on non-slip rubber mat or self-stick strips on the floor or the tub or shower. Do you need support? Do you need grab bars in the bathroom? I think most of our bathrooms here have grab bars that you can pull up, so that's a good safety.
Well, if mine does, they were there when I moved in, and of course I don't know about everybody's, but if every shower doesn't have a grab bar, they certainly should have.
I would recommend that highly.
If you don't have a grab bar in your shower, call General Services. Okay.
That's good. Let's see.
And they should do it without charge.
So I have in the bedroom is a light near the bed, hard to reach. Again, if it's a very hard reach for you to grab to open the light, then maybe you need to put a lamp just close to you. Or there's one that you can tap and then it lights up. That's another option that you can put in your bedroom. Is the path to your bedroom from your bed to the bathroom accessible?
Yeah.
A lot of times we cross our closet to get to the bathroom, some of the apartments. Make sure that our clothing are not on the floor that would cause us to trip, especially when you're using a walker. So I think the last one I want to just talk about, I don't want to skip this, is 4 things you can do to prevent falls.
Oh, okay.
All right. And one thing that's really important is regular exercise program. I think if you are healthy and you exercise, that tones your muscle and prevent you being able to guard yourself and control the fall if you're
Helps
strong
improve your
enough.
balance.
Right. Have your healthcare provider review your medicine. A lot of times, medicine can be the cause of dizziness, loss of balance, and steadiness. So maybe make sure you get a regular check from your doctor and list down all your medicines when you go to see the doctor. Have your vision checked. Make sure that you can see well, a well-lit room, and also that you're wearing your glasses when you move around the house. And the last one is make your home safer. About half of falls happen in the home. And to make home safer, remove all things that you can trip and the things that we all covered. Yeah.
Well, thank you for talking about falls. Let's talk about the inpatient and outpatient rehab now just a little bit. You work in Garden Ridge. Is there some relationship between the Garden Ridge rehab and the outpatient rehab that we have in Hunters Crossing?
Yes, we're all as a team, both inpatient and outpatient therapists. Really move around from each department, but we sort of have a base therapist, an inpatient, and a base therapist in the outpatient. But whenever we're needed, we help each other.
Oh, so you might go over to...
Absolutely. So you'll see me in outpatient sometimes and see me in inpatient sometimes. And if you have any questions, you can go to either department, and we'll definitely be ready there to help you, give you pointers and things like that.
Now, going to outpatient, you don't have to be in Garden Ridge and inpatient and then move over here to go to outpatient, do you?
No, you can just go get a prescription from your doctor. And whatever you need, and then contact rehab and refer you to outpatient.
And what are they going to do for us in the outpatient rehab?
If you're particularly concerned about your safety, then that's something that we can address, safety at home, and do a home assessment of your home. But other things, neck, back, balance issues, all the things that encompasses maybe problems for the elderly, we can address.
Oh, okay.
Musculoskeletal and neurological.
But you have to get a doctor's prescription to do that?
Yes, yes, yeah.
And I assume then that the charge for outpatient rehab would be covered by Medicare?
If you have Medicare B, it goes under Medicare B. We have supplemental insurance, secondary insurance that or private insurance, we take them as well.
So but it is covered by Medicare if it's prescribed by the doctor.
Yes.
So if I wanted to go to outpatient rehab, I can't just go over. And it's in Hunters Crossing, right? Where is it?
Hunters Crossing, the first floor level.
Down by the conference center, right?
Yes, yes.
Instead of going into the conference center, you turn right and you go into that door that you don't.
Yes.
And nobody knows it's there, do they? They pass right by it. Okay.
Right.
And do you have a common manager? Is there a manager for each one, or do you have a?
We have a common manager.
Common manager.
Yeah. Right now it's Natalie Johnson who's our manager, and while we're awaiting a rehab director.
And how many therapists do we have in each?
Good question. I think we are now 12 PT, about 4 OTs, and a technician, a tech.
Well, Nelle, thank you very much for coming.
Thank you. I hope it's helpful for the residents. And again, if they have any questions, we're very happy to help them with anything.
But falls, so many people fall. I mean, it happens every day, and you thank God they didn't break a hip or they didn't break something.
Right.
But they usually wind up with black eyes and bruises all over and so forth, and they go away in a while. But really pay attention to your apartment and see if you can eliminate those hazards. They may not appear to be hazards unless you're looking closely and thinking about how difficult it is for you to move from point A to point B in your apartment. But they're there, so just watch out for them and take care of them. Well, thank you very much, Nelle.
Thank you.
So we'll see you again here in probably a month or so, huh?
Thank you.
Thank you.